Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to install a set of harnesses in a car. This is my 91 RX-7. It's got a V8 in it, it's a drift car. I have already installed the Sparco bucket racing seat. I'll show you how I mounted that, and I'm going to show you how I install the racing harness. I am not a professional, I'm just a guy telling you and showing you how I did it. So take it, what I say, with a grain of salt. Maybe you get an idea, you can do it better, but I am not responsible for your screw-ups or your safety. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. As I mentioned, I'm doing a quick install on the racing harness. So first I'm going to show you I have a Sparco Sprint bucket seat in there. It is currently mounted to the stock RX-7 rails. So the rails are here, then there's angle iron welded to the rail, and it's bolted on 4 sides to the seat. So first you want to do to install the seatbelt harness is, you can see this side stays in. There's the right shoulder strap hole, left shoulder strap, and this left lap belt. And then at the bottom there's one for right there, one for a 5-point. So first you want to do is remove the factory seat belt. Most cars that I've ever dealt with are 16mm bolts. Pop the bolt out there and there. That's where the clip where the seatbelt would mount in, and then this is where it would make the triangle on the regular belt. So it would mount there. One bolt up here, and then the box would sit in here where the actual belt rolls back into. So Sparco replaces the bolts, and they give you these eyelets. These eyelets screw right in. You take a screwdriver and just twist it and make that nice and snug. Then you run your seat belts to where they need to be, and they clip right in. So I'll just show you real quick. It's hard to do one-handed. Alright, so they just clip right in. So I did that on both sides, so the lap belts are done. I don't have a cage in this car, and I can't afford to do one right now. So what I'm doing is I'm building a harness bar. This car didn't have rear seatbelt holes, and I don't want to run the seat belts down here because they could compress your spine, and if a rollover were to happen. So you want the harnesses to mount to a roll cage or a harness bar, the harness bar in the cage, but you can't just weld the pipe back into there. So what you have to do is take a nice thick plate of steel, this is 3/16, and just weld that into the car. Nice sturdy spot. It's welded almost all the way around except for here because it's too shallow. I'm going to come back and fill that in. But you're going to now measure the distance across. I'm going to cut the bar and then weld that fully solid in there and then mount the seat harness. I have the bar in there welded, I leveled it, did this one too. That's not necessary for this, but since I was there I already did it. And I just threw a quick coat of spray paint on there. You can see the bar is fully welded all the way around to the flat plate that I put in. And it's actually closer. Hold on, let me slide the seat back. It's actually pretty close to where it needs to be. And I think you're allowed plus or minus 3 inches, and that should work perfect for me. So that's my harness bar. So we're going to come back tomorrow after the paint dries, and I'm going to show you how to wrap the harness and install it. I'm installing the harnesses onto the harness bar. This is how they come from Sparco. These have the clip-ins. So I'm just going to wrap it around the bar. Like I said before, I've done my research, and this is what I found to be the correct way. This still may not be the right way to do this. So you can do your own research. I'm not going to take liability for you screwing this up. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. So take what I say with a grain of salt. So unwrap it. I'm not using this anymore. And basically this is how you want to start. You would hope this is how it goes. We'll start from the beginning. Okay. Goes in one way, out through the other. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So start under, over. So you want to get this nice and snug. Here you might have to come back, loosen this up, get it everything to where you want it to be. This is, I'm trying to copy this side, and it seems to be the right height for my preference, where I need my shoulder straps to be. Everybody's built a different size. So basically, this went around the bar, on through the closest side, looped over, back down. So now we're under here. Now we're going to take the loop again and go back in. And that's how you loop it. So you want to get these things tight. I had to play with this one to get it a little bit tighter. I'm still going to get it tighter than this. And I'm going to double check, make sure that's where I need it to be. And I'm going to try and get this tight onto here. So in the event of an accident, this metal bar pulls onto the harness. So that's how you wrap it. You could just loosen it up just a little bit and just get it a little bit tighter into where you need it. You might need to make this a little bit longer or shorter, depending on where it's set up and where your harness bar is or whatever you're mounting it to. And next, to finish this, you would just roll this up. Like this. And run a zip tie through the center of this and hold tight, and the zip tie will keep it as a just as a nice little roll, and it'll move a little bit. This will stay solid, so the roll will just be able to move just a little bit, but it won't be flopping around in the back of the car. So that's how you install the harness. I'm gonna go in there, test it, make sure this is where I need everything to be. Seems to be that I have it the right similar length. So I think I'm spot on. So that's going to finish up the Sparco harness install. Alright, so that's my harness install on a budget. Some places that bar may not pass. It may pass. It might be good enough. You can actually buy bolt-in bars for some cars. This is just how I've done it. And like I said, not responsible for what you do. So this is going to work for me. That seems to be the right way to wrap the harnesses. But like I said, don't quote me. And I'm just going to tie up the loose ends, and this is done. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment if you have a question. And if you could, subscribe. Thanks.